Mm. Hey, this is your girl Diamond. It's been a long time. I am the executive director of Black Trans Women's Inc. and the host and creator of Marsha's Plate podcast. Ah. Oh my gosh, how are y'all doing? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me. Mm. How is everybody? Hey, hey Kay, how are you? I am doing good. Well, I'm doing okay. Hey Cactus, how are you? Hey Mrs. B. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey Brandon, how are you? So what y'all feeling about these riots? Let's discuss. The hunkies have gone crazy. I have no sympathy for anybody who has passed. You know, they should have complied. They shouldn't have been breaking the rules. Ain't that what you tell us? Hey Ollie, how are you? Hey Ann. You know, it's funny how they are the party that proclaims to be about law and order, but that's a farce. That's fake. Yeah, I don't mind tearing shit up and killing people and even sick. Honey, we tearing up. bullshit ass buildings. Y'all tearing up the Capitol. But y'all about law and order. Get out of here. Isn't that funny? It's quite hilarious and quite ironic and quite hypocritical. You feel what I'm saying? Happy New Year. Aesthetic is you said that? Aesthetic guru. Hmm. That lady that got during the raid was friendly fire. Yes, when you're breaking through windows of the Capitol, trying to jump through when they have barricaded the door, folks might shoot you. You might be considered a threat. Yeah, that's kind of what happens. That's what they're paid to do. Take bitches that seem like they are threat out. What's quite ironic is that it is the white women who end up dead. Like it's quite ironic. Like if you think about like Charlottesville, you know, a white woman got ran over and killed. And then this one, a white woman was shot dead. So your people ain't even taking bullets for you. Your niggas ain't even taking bullets for you. They ain't even breaking the windows. You in the front line. Like you invincible, like you Wonder Woman. It's not the white men that's getting wore out. It's always y'all. You would think that y'all would learn. Isn't that crazy? It's wild. I wonder. Hmm, it's crazy. She said nothing could stop her. The lie detector tested determined that was a lie. Something stop you. I'm just shocked at how the cops helping the rioters get in the building. I'm not shocked by that. Shocked? I don't know. I don't know if I was. I don't know if I would choose shocked. Are you on Clubhouse? No, I am not on Clubhouse. I have a Android. I'm an Android stan, so I don't like iPhones. I like every other Apple product except for iPhones, which is quite ironic. Yeah, and so it seems like everybody on Clubhouse is on iPhones. The whole thing was very disturbing and disgraceful. Absolutely disturbing and disgraceful. But you know what else is disgraceful? Racism and white supremacy. And those are American pillars. Like they really are American pillars. And so seeing them being acted out or protected or defended disgracefully, it's is kind of the norm if you think about it. If you think about it, it's really the norm. It was an inside job. Hmm. I don't think we even have to do the weird conspiracy theory stuff like we normally do for stuff. Like we know that this is a part of the culture. So it doesn't need to be some secret clandestine thing. Like this was open. It doesn't. We don't even need to. You know how black folks we love to give you all nasty. Oh, conspiracy theory. We don't even need to do that. This was out in the open. This was them being them. It's quite. I don't know. That's why for me, I feel like the cop that died at the Capitol was a super maggot. Mhm. Which is this not shock. This is just this is what happens when it boils over. People are um, not revealing. I don't know what the right terms is for it. It's like I told you so, but it's almost like how far have we come? Have we are we? This is a scary part. Are we still? It's undeniable that we haven't advanced a little bit in regards to race relations in America. But what's scary is, have we gotten past the point where people aren't willing to, I guess this proves that we haven't. It- I'm scared for Kamala. Kamala, I'm sorry. I'm scared for Kamala in the same way that I was scared for Obama. You remember when, I don't know if y'all have to, if you Black, you have to remember. Um, you remember when he had got inaugurated and him and Michelle had walked, like they followed that car and everybody was holding their breath like, ooh, if they're going to try to shoot him, this would be the time. Do y'all remember that? I know I remember it. Like when he first got elected, it was kind of scary. Like everybody was holding their breath. I don't want to say everybody, but I was, and I know some other people that I talked to was like, I don't think he should be walking the street like this. This is too open, and it was scary. And so when nothing happened, it was like, okay, not that America was post-racial, but maybe post assassination level racial. You get what I'm saying? Maybe we have progressed past that. And so I was like, okay, Obama got, exactly, past JFK teas. Like, are we past where we are assassinating our leaders? Are we past that? And so this right here made me feel like, now when Kamala comes up there, I'm like, ooh, this is a Black woman. I don't know. This is scary. I'm scared. I'm scared because of this. I'm like, ooh, these bitches are crazy. They're going crazy. They have martyrs now. People who they can feel are martyrs. Yes, you remember Raja. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm scared of that. I'm very, very scared of that. Yeah. Well, it's definitely scary. That's what I thought about. I'm like, are they, I'm all for them protesting. They mad. They over it. They're little minions of Trump and they're mad that he lost. You know, not to quote Miss McConnell, but when we lost to Trump, everybody, we had some mad people too. Folks was mad and you know, it's like, yeah, but we didn't storm the Capitol. So these people are lunatics. Not saying that we don't tear up shit, but we tear up shit for Black lives. We tired of y'all fucking killing us. And we're tearing up shit and because we're out of anger and that kind of stuff. But y'all are fighting for something just a little bit different. Not a little bit, a lot of it. Y'all are fighting for something that is y'all fucking following. Y'all talk about blaming shit on Antifa, shit that ain't real. We literally have video when we marching and protesting. We have video of y'all fucking killing us. Y'all are mad over some fucking fake conspiracy theory bullshit. It just feels like they're fucking lunatics, y'all. And so it makes me feel like it makes me scared. It makes me scared for Kamala. It makes me scared. for what's next. Yeah, it's strange. Let's see. I heard there would be less than 1,000 people at the actual inauguration. Government officials are only allowed to bring one guest. The Facebook said that, not the Facebook, the FBI said there's no evidence that Antifa was there. No, these people are crazy. There's no evidence of Antifa existing. Is and so what is Antifa? Is the idea? Like, is it the left? Like, I'm a trans woman, so I'm super left. So am I left? Like, am I Antifa? Like, what is Antifa? Who is it? When I look into it, it feels like some made up shit. It seems like an idea. It seems like an idea that y'all have made up, like QAnon. Everybody, y'all just seem like some fucking stupid, just some stupid people. It just doesn't make sense. Anti-fascist. Okay, well, if anti-fascist, well, yeah, I am anti-fascist. If that's what it means, then I am Antifa. But I thought we all were, since we're a democracy. I thought we are anti-fascist. That doesn't seem like a good name to call people. Antifa is a mindset, but more aggressively, it's people who fight, protest, and disrupt fascist ideas and structures. Okay. But aren't people who live in America who want democracy? Isn't that what they want? Isn't that what why we shame Fidel Castro and shame isn't it China and all the rest of the communist people and Hitler? Like, isn't that what we're against? That's what we're supposed to be against. We're a democracy. So shouldn't we all be Antifa? It seems like that would be us all. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. Yeah, I just it's scary. So now they have banned Donald Trump on Twitter, right? They have banned him on Twitter. And you know what's also fucking stupid and crazy? These people who are resigning, out of all the stuff that has been done, now I understand storming the Capitol, people dying at the Capitol, blah, blah, blah. I know that's a big deal. It ain't been done since what, 1812? I know that's a big deal. But he has done other crazy bullshit. And this is the time that y'all are resigning. Like, I think the first one was Melania Trump, chief of staff. This is child. It just feels like, mm, it just feels crazy. Luis Ortiz, he's saying like random stuff. Is his comments? I'm seeing I like Kamala when he was in the WWF. Then I'm seeing I agree with Jabba the Hutt. I don't know what he's talking about. So I'm gonna put you in timeout because you seem like you're being just stupid. And I don't like random stupidness. They're eating each other alive. And they should be ashamed at the glee that is in my soul. And they can't twist this and blame black people for anything that happened. Yeah, because we weren't nowhere near there. What black person? I seen a black person in there. I seen a picture of him. Long time ago, Ali, banned long time ago. The right is getting desperate and petty. He looks possibly biracial to me. The picture I seen, he was clearly not biracial. He was a dark skinned black man. Um, I didn't see the other person. I don't know who you talking about, but the one I saw. Hmm, Trump is evil. I don't know. I actually don't think Trump is evil. I just think he's rich, arrogant, stupid, privileged. This is this is what happens when you are born into this type of lifestyle. I think there's a lot of people like Trump that are just like stupid. I just think that I don't know. That ain't what I call evil. When I talk about Jeffrey Dahmer, when I talk about John Wayne Gacy, when we think of that's what I consider evil people. That's what I that's what I consider evil. I think politicians are ignorant. I think that they are irresponsible. I think they are incompetent. Evil isn't what I would consider them. Let's see. Um, I saw a live stream got here. Yeah, I didn't see that one, but that could have been another one. I'm loving the blouse, Diamond. Thank you. This is a dress that I got from I think Myers. Yes. Let's see. His actions are evil. What would he have to do to be considered evil? Um, yeah, I think. Yeah, I think there's a. I think you have to be doing, you know, killer stuff. Like I think, I think serial killers are evil. I don't think politicians or reality TV stars turned politicians are necessarily evil. I just think that they have power and they're saying stuff that they feel that they're, it's their arrogance. It's not evil. There can be some things that happen that are, but I just evil is a I give that to people like a Jeffrey Dahmer, that those people, serial killer people. Um, Lady, is that your naked portrait up there painted like the one of them French women? Yes, Coco, that is me. That is. Let me see if I can. Somebody drew that for me. Their name is, I hate my face in it, but I think it's a beautiful picture. Um, their name is Yellow Pencil on Instagram. They're yellow, yeah, Yellow Pencil, either Yellow Pencils with an S or Yellow Pencil, just flat. Young lady, good at drawing. um, okay, wait. Lack of humanity. Yes. Humanity in a very direct way. Not just, not, it has to be direct, Debbie. Lack of humanity in a very direct way. So, um, if I'm ordering, like if I'm Hitler and I'm ordering people to be thrown in gas chambers and killed, I think that's whack. I think that's a level of direct evil that you need to have. Um, I think that if there's I don't know, it's hard to explain that. For me, I understand when people say they evil. Okay, I guess it's just not. That's evil is there's a depth there to me that they don't have. Happy New Year. Hope y'all are doing okay. I'm currently in the DMV. I have to go to the city for school, but it seems here in the next few weeks. I'm worried they may try it again on the 20th. Be safe, Desiree. Trump isn't even a true Republican. Well, he is now. That's like saying Bernie isn't a true Democrat when, he may not be. He's a democratic socialist, but technically, but he's on our side. He's pushing the Democratic agenda further left. People, if it wasn't for Bernie, people wouldn't. There's a lot of people who wouldn't. We wouldn't have won this. Like, wait, hold on. That's a stretch. What I mean is, Bernie coming into the political conversation pushed the agenda further left than where it was going. Let me say that. Um, and so, getting Bernie getting people excited about him and getting people to talk about, a more leftist agenda. I thought that was, I think he played a part from 2016 on to now. Um, it's not just him by itself, but of course, he played a part. Um, so saying he didn't help the Democrats, or you're a Democrat now, my nigga. And that's just like Trump. Trump, you are a Republican now. Regardless if you were whatever you were, Democrat before, you are a Republican now. You are a Republican. You are being supported by Republicans. You are spewing Republican talking points. You are a part of their agenda. So you are a Republican now. So the whole, oh, he wasn't a Republican. Maybe not, but he is now. Hey, Khadijah. I was wondering if you were going to comment on Tiffany Pollard's comments on this video or future ones. I will be discussing Tiffany Pollard on the next episode of Marsha's Plate, which will be on the 14th. As, yes, we will be back. I'm taking a self-care break because my mother passed, and so I am kind of taking a break. But I've been chilling, so I decided to get on today because I feel like it. That's fair. He just thoroughly trifling. Definitely trifling. Definitely trifling. Um, Pol Pot was an evil politician. He was a Cambodian leader who oversaw killing. Yes, Pol Pot. Yes, Pol Pot was definitely. I actually have First They Killed My Father is one of the books on my shelf, and which is a great book. Let me see if I can find it. This book is really well read, as you can see. It's called First They Killed My Father, and it talks about the Pol Pot regime in Cambodia, and give you a good just a good account of a daughter, a family who experienced that. And yes, I do consider him to be evil, and the people following him. I think they, I was about to say. Yes, Papa. The flesh colored bathing suit on IG was killer. Flesh colored bathing suit on IG was killer. Flesh colored bathing suit. Did I see? Are you talking about me or something else? Oh, that's gray. That's not flesh colored. It's gray. Thank you, though. Not the way Republicans dropping him like bad habits. Well, when you get out of power, they gonna not follow you no more. um, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. My mother was amazing. I did do an episode dedicated to my mom on my podcast. Yeah. Mm, hmm I think that's due to them realizing he doesn't have power anymore. Absolutely, Debbie. But that's always. Anytime you don't have power, people are gonna be like, "All right, moving on." Thank you, musical. I get how people can say Trump is evil, but I agree with you, Diamond. It is something else wrong. Um, so let me explain to y'all too. Another level. If Trump is evil, then Obama is evil too. You can't have it both ways. If you think Trump is evil, then you think Obama is evil because he blew up countries too. He deported more immigrants too, destroying families too. So if you're going to, I'm not equalizing them, but they both have shit on their hands. They both have blood on their hands. So if you're going to call Trump evil for him doing his Republican politician shit, you can call Obama evil for doing his Republican Democratic shit because he killed motherfuckers too. So if we're just gonna blankly call them evil just because they against our politics, then they're evil. I'm not defending Trump because y'all know I don't give a fuck about Trump, but we got to be realistic about how we are holding people accountable because it's these politicians are doing what their job is, and this one just so happened to be stupid. Like I think he's an idiot. I don't think that he is sophisticated and calculating and da, da, da. I don't think he's that. I think he's stupid. I think he is a person who has money, who says off the wall things that became popular in the same way a Tiffany Pollard. Think about if Tiffany Pollard was a white man saying racist shit in the same way that she's a black woman that got popular because she says crazy wild ass shit, and she's in the entertainment field. If she was a white man saying this crazy awful wild shit, she could have been a fucking Trump. She could have been somebody. He just so happened to be a white man saying off the wall shit who had laid a foundation because of his being shitty to Obama with the birther shit. He laid a foundation for motherfuckers to love him, and our politics is set up in a way somebody like that, it could be a popularity contest, and boom, he can come to power. So I don't think that he is some a mastermind calculating person. I think that he is a fucking idiot, and that a lot of people on that side are fucking idiots. I don't think we have leaders, and this is on either side. I don't think everybody is a leader. I think there's a lot of tons of following ass people, and sometimes it's they're following your political side, and sometimes they're following their political side. I don't think that it's that he's some mastermind. I hate giving him credit like that. He's not a fucking mastermind. He's a fucking idiot. He's an idiot that barely reads, that doesn't read, that doesn't calculate things. And to the powerful Republicans who are smart, I can see them being like, oh my fucking God, we got to work with this motherfucker. And yes, we're going to be able to get stuff done because he's in office. But I bet there was some shit that they were like, oh God, this fucking buffoon. I know Mitch McConnell was like, oh my God, we have to deal with this idiot for 4 years. I'm good because he's on our side, but he's a fucking idiot. I know that they were looking at him like that. Tired of all these white people saying that it was one of America's darkest days, right? In the black people fight. Maybe. Child, exactly. Darkest days for who? Because they broke some windows at y'all little white fucking shit? Fuck out of here. Dark these nuts. Fuck out of here. Get your darkest days on these nuts, bitch. That shit's whack. This is all on Trump. He created this mess. If he had given his concession speech in November 9th, this wouldn't have happened. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. He has a lot of fucking minions. It's hard to explain what I feel about him. And I feel like there are other people that are more culpable. I just feel like, okay, let me give you no, he's not a good example. Um, I think about, like, I don't know if y'all watch Game of Thrones, but think about Game of Thrones. When you think about all the shit that was happening at King's Landing, it was a bunch of players who was doing stupid ass shit. We had Cersei, we had her fucking stupid ass son. We had before the son became king, his father Baratheon, he was fucking stupid, doing stupid shit. Jamie Lannister, her brother, was doing stupid shit. Their father was doing stupid shit. Tyrion was doing stupid shit. It was all these motherfuckers. Littlefinger was doing stupid shit. Vanis is that his name? The eunuch was doing stupid shit. It was a bunch of motherfuckers. Some smart, some stupid, some emotional, some calculating, some just out of spite, some out of you know what I'm saying? It's multiple people doing stupid shit, and he's just the idiot ringleader that led to the top because he says these crazy dumb things. Hey, money. I've been rewatching Game of Thrones, so I'm like, it's fresh on my mind. But it's like it wasn't just Cersei that was evil. It was a bunch of motherfuckers that was doing stupid shit. It was a bunch of stupid, hurt, harmed motherfuckers. It wasn't just Papa Lannister. It was a bunch. They all were doing stupid shit. Your hair is stunning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is, let me see. Oh, it's too deep in my emails. I'll tell y'all who the hair is from later when I have the email pulled up. They all on the same side, and it's not the people's facts. Facts, Scully. See, that's what gets me. Did he have something on them? Did they know they could use him to get what they want? No, Tanya. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's some. I think black people are. I think black people, because of some negative shit that has happened in the past, there's some levels. It's like the whole vaccine shit. It's not unjustified for us to um, not trust big pharma, not trust medical bullshit, not trust things. Absolutely, it's justified, and I understand. But even think about, like, what is it? Um, what is it? What's it, like Tuskegee? Was it? Yeah, Tuskegee. They had syphilis. They didn't give them the medication. It wasn't like they put syphilis in them. They just gave them fake fucking medication. They was giving them fake medication just to see how the disease would evolve in their body. Shady as fuck, absolutely. But it was already in there. They didn't give it to them. They just didn't do what the fuck they said they was doing for them. I think some things are simpler and more logical. I don't think that this is some big grand scheme like Donald Trump had some secrets on all the Republicans, so y'all gotta back me. No, this nigga is saying they realized. You remember when he first ran, everybody, left and right, was thinking, yeah, right, he would never win. But once he was saying all that stupid stuff, and the dumb idiots of rural America was like, yeah, that's our people. And he was beating people, and they realized, hold on, Ted Cruz is not going to win. Whatever these degular fucking career Republicans, he was literally beating them in the polls. Then this is the horse that's winning, and we got to get behind it. I don't think it was some secret scheme. I think it was an accident. I don't think that they expected it either. I don't think that they expected it. I think that, oh my God, this motherfucker is winning. Whoa. Shit. All right. Well, let's get behind this horse, because this is the person who's winning. He's getting all the news is giving him all this attention. This is free press. We ain't got to spend all this money. We literally, oh my God. I don't think that it was I think this was just, I don't think this was as calculating as people think it was. I believe that Trump thought that this was a sickening publicity stunt. I don't think Trump thought that he was going to win. I think he was like, oh, let me just run for president just to get the publicity stunt. And whoa, I'm about to win. Whoa, I could win this. And the arrogance and narcissist in him said, oh, yes. Uh-huh. The far-right Republican allowed things to slide only because Trump made policies they wanted or liked. I don't think that's true. I don't think Trump made shit. I think Trump is stupid. I think once he won, they brought their agenda. This is what you should support. We got you in office to do this. I don't think he made things and they said, oh, we like this, we like this, we like this. Trump is dumb. He won the election. The smart people said, oh, we got a person in office. This is the policy we want to push through. This is what we want to do. This is what the smart people said, this is what we want to do. Now we got your dumb ass up in office, puppeteering, being the Michael Jackson of the group, the loud and the entertaining, while we do all this stuff back here. You ain't even, they already told y'all he don't even read briefs, and y'all think he's writing policies? Come on now. He's not making any policies. Yeah, he is a fucking idiot. He won. He was the popular person. He got popular. This was a white lash. This was a white lash against Obama. And he was saying all the racist shit that got him bulled up. Like, ooh, he's real. He was he was these regular hoteps. These regular hotep ass niggas. These just on their side. Like, they say shit just to get motherfuckers riled up. Think about it. Think about those dudes who are popular, the hotep black dudes who are popular just soon as they say something negative about black women. They always say the right negative thing about black women because they know there's a demographic of men who is going to be like, Think about Tariq Nasheed. Think about Brother Polite. Think about Boyce Watkins. Think about what's the real popular one? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Motherfucker, his face is in my head. What's the nigga name? With the got all the donations for the school. Shit. Why is he not coming in my brain? My brain is saying no. Oh. Omar Johnson, yes. Oh, yeah, them people. You know, they say the right things. And then they get popular. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, baby. Yeah, it's just they say. Yeah, I just think these are fucking idiots. They are crazy. It's a revolution. They makes me. It's a revolution. These are fucking idiots. But we have some of those idiots on our side too, y'all. If you hear people that's on our side and they'll say these things that are just regurgitated to them about feminism or about on our side. You feel what I'm saying? It'll be our side stuff, but you like, oh, but you really ain't read Bell Hooks. That's a Bell Hooks quote, but you don't really know that's a Bell Hooks quote. You just saying it because you heard it. You ain't really went deep. You're just saying it because everybody around you is saying it, and this is the default. That we have those people too, y'all. Like, we have those people too that are just going with what this side of the aisle is saying. So, child. You're like, oh, you don't know that's a Ella Baker principle. You didn't know that's what Fannie Lou Hamer said. You're just regurgitating it. You ain't went deeper into the. That's why they be on this side of the aisle. That's why they misquote and misrepresent intersectionality. That's why they do that. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they do. You know what I'm saying? They do it on our side too. We got those. I'm glad they're on our side. They're the dummies on our side. But it's just it's a certain layer of the community, you know, in the personal life. Da, 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 da. Oh, yes, it burns my pussy in Mia's voice that they were just allowed to go freely back in the hotels after a hard day of terrorism. Baby, Debbie, that was the gag. It's not that I was surprised by anything, but the gag that it was so easy. That it was so easy. I want you to think about if there literally was a terrorist cell in America and they went in there and they wanted to kill our senators and our House people, look at how easy it was. How easy it would have been if Al Qaeda or whoever, supposedly did the 911 people. You, child, look how easily it would have been for them to break into there and wear those people out. They had chairs underneath doorknobs. That was their security. They could have gotten there so easily. I'm like, and just the lack of preparation. So y'all didn't have any idea that this was about to happen. Any idea that this could be a potential. Maybe you thought, oh, they won't go that far. They'll just be outside on the, it's normal for protesters to be out there. If you've ever been to a protest in Washington, this is actually kind of normal. Wait. So y'all know I done did protests. A lot of folks on here have. So when we were marching, so when we were doing the trans march last year, right? When we did the trans march, they literally wouldn't let us march on the Capitol. They actually told us we couldn't go to a certain spot. This is the trans march. So y'all knew we were coming. Y'all knew that's what we were going to do. And y'all wouldn't let us even march down the street that we were watching. They actually stopped us and made us go in this little area. So y'all didn't think that was possible? They wouldn't even let us get to the Capitol. They wouldn't even let us march where we wanted to march. And this is a regular trans march, the first of its kind, but historic. But we weren't in it wasn't going to be a threat. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a threat of terrorism or threat of, anger. We were literally just marching for trans, just a visibility. So this thing that you are saying is that we clearly see could possibly be a threat. You see them at this rally riling people up. Y'all don't make any rules of where they could go, but y'all did it for us. They literally put cop cars on the street so we couldn't walk to a certain place. So I was like, what? That's crazy. But we did it. We followed the rules, because we were peacefully just marching. But these motherfuckers, y'all didn't make any rules. Y'all didn't bring little cop cars to say, no, y'all can't come here. Y'all can't come there. Child. They said, fuck that shit. We're going to let y'all in. Welcome. They were literally Capitol ushers. Mm-hmm. They were, Jennifer. I saw them on Twitter talking about it. I heard the guy wearing the animal head is back in Arizona chilling. Yeah. Well, some of them, the guy that was sitting on Nancy Pelosi's seat went back to Arkansas. Went back to Arkansas. They arrested him. A lot of them went back. The idea of that is crazy to me. The idea of y'all can just be done and go back home after breaking windows and people have getting pulled out from stretchers. Nobody got. I just felt like it would have been more, but I'm not surprised that it wasn't. Mm, it was wild. I see my nails. They're so cute. They have little henna tattoo markings. They're super cute. I love them. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. But all these people resigning, these people random Betsy DeVos resigning, y'all resigning now? 2 weeks before it's time for y'all to go anyway? What? Mitch McConnell's wife, you resigning now? Everybody resigning now? Get out of here. I felt for the black security guard working that day. I didn't feel for them, baby. Not me. Debbie, if it was me, I said this on Twitter. If it was me, y'all would have thought I was 9 years old playing duck hunt. Boom, 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 boom. I would have been playing Call of Duty. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody coming close. Boom, boom, boom. You would have seen that little dog on duck hunt coming out, laughing. I would have wear everybody out. Y'all ain't supposed to be here. My life is in danger. Y'all seem like a threat. Boop, 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 boop. You would have thought I was fucking James Bond, bitch. Would have wore them out. Would have wore their ass out. They wouldn't have had to tell me nothing. As soon as soon as windows got broken and these motherfuckers hitting with flags and shit. Oh no. Back up. Boop. My life is in danger. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. This seems like a coup. Sorry. I'm scared, fearing for my life. They were breaking windows, coming towards me. They were white. I'm black. Sounds like danger to me. I apologize. Sorry. It just feels like, I didn't know what was going on. How you gonna have a gun and let them chase you up the stairs, baby? Lafayette, look, they hired the right ones though, I guess. Right. I said stop resisting. White people, stop. Black men with a gun, y'all scared of us. I would have worn. That's what I would have gave them. Look, I'm a black man with a gun. Y'all, a real gun, not a toy gun like Tamir Rice. That security was running up the stairs. Child, he was. I'd have got him. This would have been my chance. This is my excuse. Oh, they're raiding the Capitol? Whites? And I'm the security? Y'all serious? Me? Oh. Let's go. They wouldn't have understood. My superiors would have been like, did you have to shoot that much? There was so many people. I was overwhelmed. But you shot him 16 times. I wasn't for sure. I didn't know who I was shooting at. I just saw so many people and I just started shooting. So many people coming towards me. I was defending democracy. Oh. They were walking so casually up and down the stairs. Honey, the videos of them when they were in that little, is it menagerie? I don't know if that's the right word, but whatever that thing where the white statues of white men was sitting in the circle with the columns and the ground is like black and white. Like it has black and white tile on the floor and it has those movie theater ropes and it was that line. I don't know what room that is. Baby, they were walking through there like they were on a tour, bitch. Like they were on a tour. They had their phones out like they were on a fucking tour. And them people wasn't doing shit. It's like, what? Baby. Then when they were up in the theater, not the theater, y'all know when they were up in the balcony part of the house. And they were ducking down by the seats and shit. Baby, ain't no way. I would have left out of there. And this is what's really crazy. Your ass went and got shot for this shit. That white lady got shot. Your ass went and got shot. After they take your ass out to the hospital on a stretcher and you about to die because she dies. These motherfuckers come back in the chamber and get to counting votes, give his speeches, like back to normal. like you ain't just like, baby, this is the hill you died on. This one. For this clown. That is what you died on? That's the hill you died on, baby. They went back to business as usual, counting them votes to confirm Biden. That's what took you to the ancestor round. Really? That's what you wanted, child? Just for him to still be confirmed. You broke through windows and got shot. You didn't even let the men, I'm all about, feminism. But I'm going to let a nigga open the door for me. I'm going to let him pay for I'm going to require and let him pay for the date. Nigga, if I'm protesting and we going through doors, nigga, you going through the door before me. I'm the woman in the room. You going in the door before me. Ain't no way I'm going to be busting down windows, pushing through while motherfuckers got a gun and the niggas is standing right here just looking at me going through the door. My nigga. Ma'am. I'm sorry. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You are a clown. You are a clown. You are a fool. The Susan B. Anthony's are out here dying for Trump. Woo. Oh, then did y'all see Miss Thing? She said nothing could stop her though. Her death could keep her from it. Wear it out. Did y'all see Miss Thing talking to Gail? Miss Thing that was attacking the young boy about that phone. Miss Thing told Gail enough. Bitch, when she told Miss Gail enough, I said, oh. The other got trampled with a "Don't tread on me" flag. The irony. That is funny. And the irony that it's a snake. That's a snake. That yellow flag had a snake on it. That's so weird that they would choose that. When did that happen? A child? Oh my God. Oh, Desiree, you done missed a child. Go on Twitter and search for Miss Gail and Miss Thing. She had told Miss Gail, enough, baby. Baby, I said, oh. She was like, I'm sweet. I'm the sweetest person that you can meet. And I'm 22 years old. I was thinking, bitch, he's 14. You can't play the young 22-year-old girl a card after you linebacker tackle a motherfucking 14-year-old boy. You ain't getting no sympathy over here. You wasn't gonna get nothing anyway over here, but just in case. And then you tell this woman who's giving you a national platform to share your case, you tell her enough. Did y'all see her lawyer? Her lawyer said, her lawyer was like, this bitch, we ain't gonna win shit, but I'm gonna get paid. Her lawyer was like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Yes. That lawyer was over it. I don't know her. Me, Moya? I don't, it's some Puerto Rican name. I love this hair on you, Diamond. Thank you. Thank you. It's just a regular, straight little wig. My hair is actually, let me see if I can, it's actually yellow under here, y'all. I dyed it and I need to tone it because I dyed it really, really bright because I want it to be like platinumy silvery. And it will be soon, but I didn't have I was not I didn't have. I was about to say I didn't have time. I did have time. I was just lazy. And I couldn't go to get the toner. So I can tone it, so I'll do it tomorrow. And y'all see it next week. It's really bright. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, so what else y'all want to talk about? I guess I'll talk about the Tiffany Pollard thing if y'all want me to talk about it. Soho Karen, yes. Mia Poncinetto. Okay, so Tiffany Pollard, also known as New York. Um, there are certain people. The story time of why you and your gay mother fell out. I'm actually trying to get her on the show. She be in these she be in the comments chatting, but I'm trying to get her on the show, but she's acting funny, so we can talk about it. Uh, Maybe she might come on later. Um, so let me think about Tiffany. So I don't. Tiffany is. There are certain people I feel who are in the industry who are clowns. I don't look at them for being politically correct. I don't expect them to have a politically correct mind. I don't expect them to say politically correct things. I don't expect them to do politically correct stuff. They are clowns to me. Do I like them? Yes. There are some people who are clowns that I think they are clowns. Tiffany Pollard is one of my problematic people, my problematic favorite clowns. She is a clown. Um, what's that dude that got the little song Walk, 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 Walk? Santana, clown. Um, there's some people who I expect them to be entertainers. And clown sounds derogatory. I don't even like clowns. So that sounds derogatory because that sounds like it could be shade. No. So let me retract that. Not clowns. That would be my politically incorrect way of calling them that. They are entertainers. They are entertainers. When we think about a T.S. Madison, when we think about it's a bunch of people. Y'all know these people. Just hilarious. There's different levels of it. Of this clown. Tiffany Haddish. Um, Sky from Black Ink. Um, Nene Leakes. These are clowns to me, man. These are not y'all know what I mean. I just feel like they're purely for entertainment. They are. I don't look at them for. They're gonna say some stuff that's off the wall. They're gonna say some things, and I don't. It's not that I don't think they have power and they don't have a responsibility and they can go too far, but there's a level of too far, but I don't think this was particularly too far. Tiffany Pollard has been calling cisgender women men since Flavor of Love. She did it in Flavor of Love, the first one. She called Pumpkin a man. She it's not saying that it's okay. And also, this I want to say, you being transphobic, it doesn't matter who the person is. Does it make sense? Like, it doesn't matter if the person that you're talking to is trans or not. I want to make that clear too, because I see during her apology, and I see people in comments saying, "But she wasn't trans though." It doesn't matter if you are a cisgender woman and you're going into a bathroom, and people who don't feel like you should be in a women's bathroom want you to get out and start calling you trannies and start calling you men and start disrespecting you because they assume that you are a trans person and they're harassing you. What they're doing is transphobic, even if you're not trans. Even if you're a cisgender woman, if they think you're trans and they do it, what they're doing is transphobic. You don't need to, the person who's being attacked with transphobic slurs and transphobic attacks, it doesn't have to be a trans person. It could be a cisgender person that is assumed to be trans. It could be so many things. That's still transphobia. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, they don't need to be trans for it to be transphobic. If you are being harassed in a bathroom because somebody assumed that you're trans, if you are being attacked, you're a cis woman and you're being attacked because somebody assumed that you were born a man or you're born trans or that, if you are that person, you are being attacked because of transphobia. It doesn't matter if you're trans or not. Doesn't matter. The root cause is transphobia. So if Tiffany believes that woman is a man and she's talking about how I think you a man and you got dick and balls between your legs, this is a transphobic attack, regardless if that's a trans woman or not. And then people are talking about, well, it's scripted. I don't give a damn if it's scripted or not. That doesn't make it less transphobic and less trash. If it's scripted and you decide to say it, you decide to put it out there, that's even more of you being complacent. That makes it worse to me. Because you sat and looked at the script and said, oh, this is okay for me to say. You didn't say, oh, this is kind of transphobic. I don't want to say this. Let me say it another way. You looked at it and said, oh, this transphobic shit is cool to say. Great. So for me, I just, but I don't expect anything different from Tiffany fucking Pollard. New York? Well, she hangs out with T.S. Madison. But T.S. Madison, we talked about this on the show that we did. T.S. Madison has a demographic of cis women that because of T.S. Madison's politics around her transness, they accept her because she thinks of herself, not now, she has evolved somewhat. She has evolved somewhat. She thinks of herself in the past. She would be like, well, I know I'm a man. Well, I know I'm a gay man. I know she would say this. Now she has changed and evolved in a different direction with conversation and growth. But because she puts on this air of you're a cis woman and I'm a trans woman in a very transphobic way, there are some cis women that are like, I like that one. He keep it real. And though that same demographic is in Tiffany Pollard's demographic as well. There's an overlap. Do you see what I'm saying? There's an overlap of people. Yeah, there is yeah, I don't expect anything different from her. And just because you tolerate trans people doesn't mean that you don't have transphobia within you that you need to work out. Okay? And this ain't just cisgender people. This is trans folks too. There's a lot of fucking transphobic trans people out here. There's a lot of transphobic allies out here that have transphobia in them that they need to dismantle. It's just like racism. It's just like any system of oppression, anything like that. You may not be Trump supporter, Ku Klux Klan racist, but you might be the racist that says, "Oh, I voted for Hillary Clinton. I support Black Lives Matter, but ooh, your hair, can I touch it? It's so frizzy." That kind of racist. It's not the racist that's going to cause me bodily harm, but it's the kind of racist that others me. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like you're that kind of racist, not the racist that's going to hang me from a tree. That's a different level, but it's still racist. This one going to cause me bodily harm, but this one is going to other me. This is going to put yourself in a position that says white supremacy is the norm and your nappy ass hair is not. So I want to touch it. I want to pet it. I want to feel it. I want to feel the naps. I want to talk about how it feels like cotton. I want to be disrespectful and other you. That type of racism. And there's many other examples that I could use, but that's a small one. No, is that going to put me in a body bag? Is it going to stop me from getting a job? Maybe in certain laws in certain states. But this small little layer of racism, there are certain people that have that in them and they haven't worked it out. Oh my God, I love Black people, but oh my God, I'm in the neighborhood and a Black a Black family move in and I'm like, oh, I may not do anything, but my brain says, oh, a Black family moved in. Okay. You see what I'm saying? It's different levels. So there is levels of transphobia. There's levels of sexism. There's levels of colorism, all those damn isms. There's a spectrum. It's a spectrum of where you fall. It may not be all the way over here to the right. It might just be a little bit that you got to work out, that you ain't worked out. Oh my God, you're so pretty for a dark skinned girl. If you're saying stupid shit like that, if you're thinking it, because sometimes this shit, people know not to say it, but their brain says it. So if you thinking shit like that, that's colorism within you. That's white supremacy within you. That's putting light complexion on a pedestal. That little bitty in that whatever that is that you haven't worked out to where your brain automatically does it and think that that's okay, or your brain does it and you don't, and you know not to say it because it's rude, but you think it like, oh my God, she's so beautiful for a dark skinned girl. That is some colorism shit that you got to work out in you. And so the same thing happens with transphobia. Just because I can go on T.S. Madison's show as a cisgender woman and be next to her and use her right pronouns and, oh yeah, you're a woman like me. People call me a man all the time. When I'm at the airport, they whisper and say I'm a man. They do that to me. I understand the trans experience because people confuse me for a man at the airport. They can sit and do that shit. That doesn't mean that they're not transphobic. I don't care how many people confuse you for a man because you got on too much makeup or whatever. It's transphobia, but you're still not trans. You still can get butt naked and pull your pussy out and have babies or do whatever that the cisgender women makes the litmus test for babies. You still have a period. You still pass the litmus test for them to consider you a cisgender woman. So you're not dealing with you're not dealing with gender dysphoria. You're not dealing with the same things. Are you dealing with transphobic people being shady and thinking of you that you're a man? Yes, you are. But it doesn't mean you're not transphobic. I only see beauty, not color. I don't know about that, Isabel. You should see my color. I have a color, and even darker girls than me have a color. Everybody has a color, and you should see it, and we want you to appreciate it. So you shouldn't be colorblind. Even that is kind of a weird erasure. If you have to erase my color to see my beauty, that's a problem too. But I get that I don't think people who say that, I don't think their intention is bad, but they don't understand how that is still, if you have to erase my color, you shouldn't have to erase my color. You shouldn't have to erase Black women's color to see beauty or Black men's color to see beauty. You don't need to erase it. You can see it. It's okay to see it. Exactly. Like having Black kids don't make you Black. You still don't know the full experience. Absolutely. What else? Yes, that's why you got to be picky about who you give time to, because then they'll be like, but I hang out with so and so. Yes. Anybody, if you have to put your Black friends up as a shield or as evidence that you're racist, that you're not racist, there's a problem, baby. There's a problem. If you got to say, oh, this is my Black friend. I have Black children. How dare you? I take Black dick in my ass. How can I be racist? I just sucked a Black cock yesterday. Oh my God. It was right in my face. Give me that nigger cock. I'm not racist though. I only say that during sex. They're very that. Hmm. Yeah, they're very that. But yes, Tiffany Pollard. Yes, I think that she is a clown. Enjoy her for her clownish. Diamond, who is the photographer for the photograph? Sorry, directly above your head, right here. This is my Aunt Roz. This is my Aunt Roz. She was a madam. She was, at one point in my life, the richest woman that I knew. She owned monkeys. She owned a mansion. She lived in Australia. Um, yeah, she was just a high price hoe. And I loved her. And she was one of the first people in my life that affirmed me. Um, I always tell my mom that that should have been my grandmother instead of my actual grandmother, but that's her sister. She's not my aunt. She's actually my mother's aunt. I soon be having my mother up here. I think I'm gonna put her right here, or right here, maybe. Yes, I loved her. She had tons of stories. Was that the aunt that brought you food at Jackson State? No, that is my aunt Georgia. That is her sister. That's her youngest. The one that brought me food at Jackson State was her youngest sister. This is actually the oldest. Is the oldest sister. That's the firstborn. It was four girls. Well, so it was two girls. My grandmother and her were by my great grandmother Earlene. That was the priestess. Um, my grandfather, their father, when my grandmother left him and went to Indianapolis, Indiana from Mississippi. When she left him, he married her cousin and had two girls, which was my aunt Deanie and my aunt Georgia. My aunt Georgia was the one who came to Jackson State and got me food. Isn't it something? We all have that part of us that has to be above someone else. She is a clown, but we all do it. If you're thin, you have to fight for that feeling. You have to fight that feeling you better than fat folks. Everybody has to work that out in some kind of way. Yes, absolutely. That in and where everybody are on that journey of those isms, whether it be fat phobia, transphobia, homophobia, colorism, racism, sexism, classism. That's the one that classism thing. That's the one the folks don't talk about. We talk about the racism, the colorism, and the fat phobia. We don't talk about the classism thing enough. Motherfuckers really be out here broke and bougie and judging broke people when they broke it. They broke too. And then when they get them a level of money, ooh, they gets real jazzy. They gets real shady when they get to a certain level. Mm, Jesus, Madam Master, yes, she has. I still too need to educate myself on more on this topic because I do consider myself a little ignorant. So I'm glad you speak on this. It's really nice to see you again. Thank you, Isabella. Yes, I worked about it, but yes, if you're cis, you gotta fight your transphobia, right? But you're right, you don't get that deep in the class. Absolutely, yeah. It's just you know, it's a constant battle for everybody. Some people are working on it intensely, and some people are not. I know me. I am really, really working on dealing with internalized transphobia. I come from a time in my life where that a trans woman was a certain thing. A trans woman had breasts. She didn't walk around with beards. There's a certain level of cis heteronormativity that for me, when I grew up, this is what a trans woman was. So I'm working it's intensely, not intensely because I'm getting there, but seeing trans women walk around with beards or non-binary people walk around with non-binary trans people. I want to say that non-binary trans people walk around with beards, or that stuff I have to get used to. And I think that for me, the work that non-binary trans people are doing is allowing trans people and cis people a certain level of freedom. And so for me, working that out in myself and working that out is something that is a part of me dismantling transphobia within me. Colorism for me, I'm not saying it's just I'm perfect about colorism, but I'm good at seeing it and pointing it out. Because my mother is a dark skinned woman and she kind of schooled me on that shit. I'm really keen to colorism shit, so I clock it easily. What else? Class stuff. It's easy for me to clock because I've been poor in middle class. What else? I'm trying to think of what I'm really, really working on. Shit, even you're trans, you have to fight your own transphobia. Yes. Fighting internalized transphobia is in the South is very difficult. I cling to the binary for safety, even though it can be harmful to me. Yeah, we aren't free until most marginalized of us are free. Yes, and that's Fannie Lou Hamer. Yes, I worded it. Da, 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 da. I remember you saying on March's Plate when you were transitioning, no one wanted to share. No one shared their experience and didn't want to share their doctor's sources of hormone. Yeah, that's an experience. I don't see that now. I don't see that in the same way now. I see girls always talk. They got Facebook groups sharing their doctors. I don't see that now. It wasn't like it was when I was growing up in the 90s. Yeah, that respectability. Um, I think the respectability shit really got nipped in the butt for me when I became an escort because I was very, very judgmental of prostitutes when I was. I don't want to say very, very. Um, Not very, very. I was very, very judgmental to street walking whores. I was very judgmental to that because I felt like, why don't you get a job? you know, I had some of my own grandmother in there because that was my grandmother's mindset too. Why don't you just go to school? Yeah. But yeah, me becoming an escort really said, hiya. Ah, same thing. You turn your nose up to, now you gotta be face down, ass up. Turning tricks, bitch. Good luck with that judgment. hmm that definitely humbled me. My fear of being myself and thus clocking makes me not able to express my non binary gender while also creating dysphoria and suffering from identity as non binary to a certain extent from cis and LGBT. Um, if you have already accepted that you are trans, I just feel like you are over half the battle, man. It's like, you gotta get to the point. If you got to the point where you like, fuck the world, I'm trans, or fuck the world, I'm a whole other gender than I was assigned. Child, why you still, if you got to the point where you're saying fuck the world and you done got this far, don't come over to the other side and still be like, oh, I care about what people think. What was that, Mickey Mouse? I care about what people think. No. Mm-mm. I don't care across the board. This is me. Wherever I'm at, this is what I'm going to do. Do you think legalizing would help survival sex workers? Yes, absolutely. I think decriminalizing and legalizing sex work, well, same thing. Decriminalizing it will help. I did a talk at Stanford, and we talked about it. Don't people realize that helping marginalized people helps everyone? Looks at the drug epidemic. If they would have handled the crack epidemic correctly, they would have been prepared for the opioids. Boom. They really would. It would have changed my life. To go as far as transitioning, but still feeling away is kind of crazy. I never thought about it like that. Yeah. Like you literally have done the battle. Not that's crazy in the sense that it doesn't happen, but in the sense that it's like a trans woman who goes and get a sex change and then judges trans women who don't. And it's like, what, bitch? Oh, you're not a real woman if you don't go get a vagina. Huh? What? You don't want a sex change? Then you're not really transgender. You got to get a sex change. And then the cis woman's behind you looking at you like, you making the rules on what a woman is? I thought we told you you're not a woman until you had a nature born vagina. For you to go and do the same thing that cis women do to us, to trans women, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. But it's because they have low self-esteem and they have to go back to what we were talking about earlier. They have to put themselves above somebody and they have to create a hierarchy of I'm real. I'm real. And they're not. They have to. Some people are just that. They have to do it. But if you've gotten this far and you have decided that I am trans and I'm making a decision, I'm living my life how I am, honey, stop worrying about what people think. You've done the battle, child. Present however you want your gender expression to be. These non-binary folks is out here living their best life. Honey, if they can be out here tipping around in skirts and beards, we can be out here a little unpassable. They're giving us a more range of freedom. We used to have to be in the cisgender box. If you're gonna live the life, you gotta look exactly like this. But now we have a little bit more freedom. Cis women too. Men too. They may not feel it, but the work we doing over here is allowing them to wear them skinny jeans and present in all these colors of freedom and free and way more free than the men were in the 80s and in the 90s. They have much more freedom in their presentation because of the work that we have done in the fashion industry and the work that we have done in dismantling these gender norms. They have a little bit more freedom. They're not going to give us the credit. They're not going to say it, but it's the work that we've done that's giving them a little bit more freedom. That's why Kanye and Puff Daddy can run around here in kilts, aka skirts, and still be straight and still be considered straight. His Gucci suit, yes, we have allowed them a little bit more freedom to express themselves. That reminds me, when it comes to personal journey with working through isms, phobias, respectability, do you think it is appropriate to share with others or keep your journey private? I think you should share with others. I think others can help you push it even further. They could be thinking about, because I'm one of the people that there's some experiences that somebody else can go through that I can fully learn just based on them telling me about the experiences they've been through. I don't need to live through every experience to learn something. And so there are certain conversations that I hear light skinned girls have about colorism. I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. And it can just help you get further. But isn't it something cis men have the most narrow expression? It is better for them now. Used to be they had to be careful to have nothing feminine on them at all. They still got to be careful, but it's just a little bit more, a little bit more free. The goal we are fighting for is that someone's level of passability won't affect their safety. Boom. That's it, baby. That is what we are fighting for. Yes, that is it. I think, well, I hope. Some other people may not say that. That's what I hope. That's what I thought, but then I hear somebody say something totally different. There's a time, feel like making love to you. There's a time, feel like making dreams come true. This also makes me think of how the norms change. Men used to wear wigs and heels, giving George Washington tees. Yet thought of the epitome of masculinity. Yeah. And in the 70s, I used to be in cat suits and fucking open short titties out. And look at the 80s, like early 80s, like 80s, 82, 83, baby, them Daisy Duke shorts. Um, well, like you always say, trans people aren't a monolith. People aren't a monolith. Facts. Yes, Brandon, it's so arbitrary. Always. Always, 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 always. That's why nobody ever is going to be able to fit in to the picture perfect femininity or picture perfect masculinity because it's all fake and change and immutable. Good point. I've run into good and bad experiences with sharing and listening to other people's stories. It's always intimidating, but I go out. Yep, get better get going. It was nice talking to you all. Bye, Tanya. Shout out to Prince, non-binary royalty. I don't know. Something. Yeah. That's not androgynous royalty. Yeah. He was doing something. But he was also homophobic too. In some of the things that he said, because he was Jehovah's Witness. They're also subject to change between culture and regions. Like in Argentina, men kiss other men on the cheek as a common greeting. Yeah, facts. Culture changes. based on where you at. Absolutely. That's why it's so silly. All right, we in our last 15 minutes. In India, men hold each other's hand. And they, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, every culture got some stuff. Some stuff. Y'all see my new board? Now that we have replaced Trump, I had to change it. Now it says things to do. Know you are lovable and deserve love. Yes. Know that you are lovable and deserve love. Last time, feel like making love. No, I was gonna say something horribly problematic, and I didn't want to say that. No, 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 no. Don't try to tempt me, you devil. Mm, I'm going on a little, not vacation. Oh, excuse me. I'm not going on a vacation, but I'm going on a little getaway, and I can't wait. Hey, Poke. How is the house search going? Horrible, Brandon. So I found one that I like. I got approved for the loan, but because I'm in Texas, when I get a house mortgage, if you're married, if you're married, you have to put your husband's name on there, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not gonna put my husband's name on any of my assets. So we got to work something out. I got to figure something out. But we are, but my organization is in a position where we can just buy the house flat out. That was for me, my own personal house. But we are about to get a house. I have heard Jasmine's new project. I love it. Um, but we are about to open up a house for trans women, and the housing part is going to be for trans women, but there is going to be a mental health component that is open to cisgender women too. Yes, you do, Brandon. Any movie recommendations? Any movie recommendations? Have I watched any movies lately? No, recently I have been rewatching Game of Thrones. Um, So I haven't been watching anything. Oh, there is a show on Netflix called Alice in Borderland. Oh my God. It is an Asian series, but they have put English voiceovers on them over it. And basically it's these people, it's kind of like Saw. You know Saw, the movie, how they're playing this game. It's like that. Like they're playing these different games that they have to play, and folks is dying. So if you're not into gore or people dying, don't watch that. But Alice in Borderland is a series. It's not a movie, but it's really good. I love it. Um, I never heard of that law. What law? Did I mention a law? What law? Did I say something about a law? Any more recommendation? I finished The Bluest. Any more book recommendation? I just finished The Bluest Eye. Any more book recommendations? Um, Confessions of a Ugly Stepsister by Gregory McGuire. What else? That's a good one. Oh, Sex, Love, and Race by Martha Holds. This is really good. What else? Book recommendations. I would recommend that one, but that's a hard read. Um, the autobiography of Grace Coddington, is that her name? The editor, fashion editor from Vogue, red hair, ex model. It's good. Oh, Paradise by Toni Morrison. If you like the blues, I read Paradise. Or Sula by Toni Morrison. Really, you should be reading all of Toni Morrison. All. But Sula, Paradise, and Blues Eye are my favorites. What are my thoughts on Bridgerton? Loved it. I see a lot of people complaining about not being enough dark skinned people. That is a legitimate critique. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I like Bridgerton. I liked it a lot, actually. I didn't find it boring at all. I watched it. It was, I binged it when it first came out. It kept my attention, and I finished it that first day. um, and Diamond, we never got to hear your final thoughts on Lovecraft Country. I did talk about Lovecraft Country. I think we did a live on it. My thoughts on Lovecraft is that Lovecraft is brilliant. Love it, love it, love it. I love Black historical centered sci fi. That needs to be a genre. I love it. And I love Jonathan Majors. He's so fucking sexy. Love him. And I love Journey Smollett. I think she is a great actress. And um, I just think she's great. I don't even want to say what I'm about to say. I think they're talking about the husband. Oh, okay, yes. The mortgage law. Yes, got it. I was like, yes. So apparently, when I talked to my mortgage people, they said I had to put my husband's name. I think because we filed jointly, but I don't want his name on my house. No, thank you, baby. Wrong girl, right idea. Um, yes. Then I was more interested in who was writing the gossip column. Everything else they could miss me with. I just thought who was writing it was so obvious. Especially once the tea got out about girl being pregnant, you knew it was Big Mama. Like once it got out that Miss Thing was pregnant, I knew once she talked about that, I knew it was Big Girl. I knew it. Speaking of skin tone, did it bother you at all that Letitia Lovecraft was the only mixed light skinned woman, even though that wasn't mentioned in the storyline? Um, I didn't watch the book. I mean, not watch the book. I didn't read the book, so um, I had no pre thoughts about Lovecraft in regards to color, character, da da da. I just watched it on the strength of it's black actors on it, and it was created by a black woman, and it was you know, funded, executive produced through Jordan Peele. I just watch it on the stream, so I didn't have any ideas of um, what the characters were supposed to be. I also didn't know that Letty was supposed to be mixed. I don't remember them saying that she was mixed specifically. I don't remember it. Her biracialness didn't seem to come up. I just thought she was um, black. Black sisters. One sister was brown, one sister was light skinned, like me and my brothers. Um, so I wasn't for sure. I didn't look into it that much. I didn't look into that much. And also another thing, when it comes to critiquing things about colorism, this is the thing about it. So if if darker skinned black women are critiquing something about colorism, I don't say nothing about it. Like I let them do that. I let them do it. Um, only time I'll mention it, but usually I just let them do it because that's their fight to fight. Only time I get into a conversation about colorism is if it's with other light skinned people where I'm like, that's colorism. Like I'm calling them out on their anti-blackness, or if you're trying to tell me about my light skinned black woman experience and it's wrong. Like one thing that I hate is for people to tell me what I don't experience and what I do experience. Now you can say we don't experience things in the same way. You can tell me all about your dark skin experience and da 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 da. But don't try to tell me about mine. Don't try to tell me about mine. I'm not going to tell you about yours. I'm not going to try to invalidate yours. I'm not going to try to make mine equal to yours. I'm not going to do that. But you also is not going to try to tell me about mine. And I think a lot of times when I get in conversations with dark skinned women and we have that kind of debate, which is very rare, but it is because you are trying to tell me about my light skin experience. You can't tell me about mine in the same way that I can't tell you about yours. The main guy in the Bridgerton wasn't my type. No, he wasn't my type either. So all the sex did nothing for me, and all that pulling out was hilarious to me. Also hilarious to me. And then when she got on top, it was like, I was like, take that dick. Come in me, come dump me. I thought that was hilarious too. Diamond, can I tell you, I seen your video 9 years ago when it first came out. But baby, this mom thinks I'm a witch is one of my favorites. His mom thinks I'm a witch. It's one of my favorites. It shows up on my feed and it brought back so many memories. Yes, I thought that was funny. That's Denethan. Me and Denethan are still friends. He'll probably be on the channel coming up as soon as one of us get vaccinated. Sorry, I meant that the actress is a mixed woman playing a woman who looks visibly mixed, but that isn't mixed. Oh, okay. Um, that doesn't bother me. So I'm a black woman that some people think I look visibly mixed. I'm not mixed. I I don't I didn't really even think about it. I'm one of them people that I'm on the fence about certain things. It's like, man, how can I explain this? There's no way to get everything right. When we are creating art and we are creating stuff, There are some things that are easy to do, like you're not gonna make Martin Luther King a light-skinned black man when you cast him. Don't do that. You're not gonna make Nina Simone a light-skinned Latina woman. That was the problem with Zoe Saldana. There are certain things that are easy, and then there are some things that don't matter. I believe that there are certain things that don't matter. For example, and I also think that there is a double standard and a hypocrisy, because let me give you a perfect example. There's no way that Nina Simone should not have been played by a dark-skinned woman, because her blackness and her darkness was a key important part to her. It was a key important part to her life. But everybody went crazy, and they should have. But another issue that everybody didn't go crazy about, when Chadwick Boseman played Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall's light-skinnedness was a very important part of him coming up in the ranks to be Supreme Court Justice. For him to do the work that he did, but nobody talked shit about Chadwick Boseman being way darker than he should have been playing Thurgood Marshall. And I thought that was hypocritical, but I didn't say nothing about it. But they didn't go off about that in the same way that they went off about Nina Simone. You feel me? I think that just as important as Nina Simone's color was for Nina Simone, Thurgood Marshall's color, the benefit of his color was just as important to his story as well. And I think there should have been outrage for both of them, but it wasn't. But, Denzel is Malcolm X. There's a lot of examples. They killed the roles, though. Yes, Asia, they did, but if we would have said, but that really wouldn't matter, because the people will still go off about that. It really doesn't matter if it's the best actress, because then we talk about the trans stuff. Like, you can't tell me that you would have found. I don't want to say that. I don't want to be shady like that. But Hilary Swank in Boys Don't Cry played the fuck out of Brandon Teena. I can't imagine anybody else playing Brandon Teena as well as Hilary Swank did. I'm sorry. I can't imagine a trans man actress. I don't know. Actor. I don't know. I can't imagine what trans man actor would have did that. I can't say they wouldn't, because they didn't even try. But I'm just saying. Hilary Swank fucked that role up. She wore it out. She did so well. So I don't know. I just think that sometimes artists should be able to choose their actors however they want. But I also know the point of how easily Black folks can be erased, how easily Black stories can be whitewashed. So I think Eddie Redmayne did well at Danish Girls. Also, that's another thing, Debbie. That is a perfect example. I think Eddie Redmayne did do great, but also in that era of time, a trans person wouldn't look as passable. They would still be they wouldn't still be a boy, but they would still be living as a man on a certain sense. So they would have to kind of be that bottom line core cisgender person first and then playing in drag, basically. You see what I'm saying? Like it would be perfect to cast a gay male or somebody not necessarily gay, but some like a cisgender guy who's not on hormones and blah 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 blah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But then I get it. I get what we're fighting for. So I'm never gonna I'm just saying this because we're talking about it. But if I see a trans person saying this should be a trans person, I'm gonna agree with them. I'll be like, yeah, hire a trans person. I've talked about that before. How do I think about UK actors playing American roles? Fred Hampton, Harry for Harriet. Yeah, I think that's anti-blackness, Desiree. I think that's anti-blackness. I think that they are picking black people. I think that anything that about you that is exotic makes you preferable in the eyes of white supremacy. Sometimes that's color, and sometimes that's accent, British accents. Sometimes that's hair, texture of hair, what it looks like. Sometimes, and anything that is anti-Black American, um, that could manifest in so many ways. Even being foreign, like African, So I don't know. I feel weird about it. I think it's a thing, and I think it's white supremacy. Right. Ellen Page wasn't around yet. True. They are erasing mulatto history, which is fucked up. Hmm. There is not a. I don't want to. I don't want. I'm not gonna die on the hill of preserving mulatto history. But when it is a when the character when the core tenet of the character when the core tenet of the character colorism and we're talking about race and that's a core pillar of the story, they need to be the color that they were as close to possible, because I think that's important. Now if this doesn't have anything to do if that doesn't have anything to do with the story, then it doesn't matter. But if this is so backwards, what's backwards? But if it doesn't have anything to do with the story, I think you can have you can play with who you want to be, but only go so far. I don't want to see some white person playing Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You got to. It has to be within reason. So many African Americans play Uganda, Nigerians, Jamaicans with terrible accents. Yeah, and I think that they should get people who I don't think it's backwards. I think that they should get people who are from them areas, so they don't have to fake an accent. Right. I wouldn't have a white person playing Harriet Tubman or a light skinned woman playing Harriet Tubman. There are Jamaican actors. So why can't other black people play African Americans? I didn't say that they couldn't. Somebody asked my opinion on it, and I'm giving you my opinion. I think that there's a level of anti-blackness when people are consistently choosing all these African American actors to be able to choose from, and you are consistently choosing British actors. I think there's a level of anti-blackness. I think anything outside of Black American culture is considered can make a person any trait that is outside of our culture can make them exotic. And one of those traits is accents. So a black person with a British accent, oh, you're a special kind of Negro. You're a special kind of Negro. And so, ooh, let us pick one of these British actors instead of picking the African American actor. The British actor that played Martin Luther King on Selma. Cynthia, how do you say her last name? Aviro, or I can't say her last name. Cynthia, who played Harriet. Um, that Letty. Yeah, I didn't know what Letty. I didn't know Letty was supposed to just be. I didn't know what Letty's in the story. Letty didn't. They didn't talk about Letty being biracial, so I didn't think that that was an important thing. European actors are more skilled. That's my opinion. Hmm, I don't know. I don't know. If you take our top actress, like say, who is the equivalent to Meryl Streep in Europe? Are one of them better than each other? If you take, is there a black Angela Bassett in Europe? Is there a black Viola Davis equivalent in Europe? I would have to see who are. Why don't I know them? I know other European actors, the really good ones. I know them. Why don't I see black European, like a who is the black European Meryl Streep or not Meryl Streep, Viola Davis, Angela Bassett. Who is the black actors over there? And why haven't I seen them? I mm, I just don't. I don't know. I would like to. There has to be. If they were more skilled, I would have ran into them by now. Not saying that there are no skill at all, but I'm just saying uh, who is the black equivalent to in Europe to Viola Davis or Angela Bassett, and if they are that, and their career has proven that they are that, why haven't I seen them? And I look for black artists in other countries, so why haven't I seen them? Not saying that they don't exist, but I would feel like if they have a career like Angela, a career like Viola's, I would have seen them play something now where I could say, oh, yeah, boom, they're good. Like when I think of white actresses, I know a Helen Mirren. I know a not Maggie Gyllenhaal or Maggie Smith. I know Judy Dench. I know some great white actresses from Europe. In the same way that I know great white actresses in America. So why? Who is the black? I'll ask it again. Who is the Black British equivalent to our black royalty, acting royalty? You know, Viola Davis, Angela Bassett. Who else? Halle Berry. Who else? Naomi Harry is good, but she just started. I think the first role that I seen Naomi Harris was Moonlight, right? What else has she been in? I know she was in Pirates of the Caribbean. I didn't know it was her because that was the first movie I didn't recognize her. I seen the Bond movie, but yeah, I haven't seen any roles that are like. I think the best role that I seen Naomi in was Moonlight. I didn't see. I don't. What else has she been in that was like taking it to the next level? Yeah, Thandie Newton. I like Thandie Newton. I like Thandie Newton. Yeah, I think the first time I seen Thandie was in Beloved. Yeah, but that wasn't an acting role for Naomi. Well, it was acting, duh. But you know what I'm saying? Like ooh, she was acting. It wasn't a dramatic role. It wasn't. It wasn't that. The first thing that I saw her, I was like, ooh, she's an actress. Um, was Moonlight. Let me see who Sophia is. Sophie. Oh, my fucking mouse is acting stupid. I hate it for color girls. Let me see. Oh, she is good. I do like her. Sophie. Sophie, I do like her. She's a great actress. I do like her. Wasn't her first start with Hotel Rwanda? I don't know if that was her first start, but that's the first time I remember seeing her. Sophie was Hotel Rwanda. I think the main thing with Black British or African American actors is the pay. What don't you like about Four Color Girls? I don't know. I think the writing. I think that is when he should have got better writers. I think that he had such a talented ensemble that he needed to bring other writers in. He needed to bring. He already had the foundation with Ashanti's work. Um, he needed to bring somebody else in because I don't think he did it justice. I think he had such a great ensemble of actresses that pulled it through to make it decent, but I think the writing was garbage. Oh shit. Yes, Brandon, I think it's pay. I don't think it's necessarily skill. With Yes. But all right, y'all. It is 20 minutes over, child. Ooh. So, let me see. What should we? Mm. Hmm. So make sure y'all check out next week's. I'll be back with an episode. Make sure y'all check out next week Marsha's Play episode. I'll put it in the show notes. Oh, not that one. um, and we'll be back on the 14th. I want to thank everybody. I don't know if you didn't know that my mom had passed. She did pass on the 18th, and COVID has really stretched it out. Like she just got cremated yesterday. She died on the 18th and just got cremated on the 8th. So we couldn't even be there for it. So it's kind of fucking annoying because so many people have died in Indianapolis for COVID that like the bodies are backed up at the funeral homes. So it took forever. I had to stay there for way longer than I intended to. Um, the services was great. The services was good. Um, but she just got cremated and we wanted to be there when it was done. But um, yeah, it's been such an ordeal in regards to this, just everything. I mean, this has been an ordeal for me. Dealing with motherfuckers misgendering me, using my old name, not at the services because it was my mom's services, so you getting the fuck out. But people calling me that was friends with my mom that knew me when I was a kid, and the trans stuff just exacerbated everything. Um, Annoying ass aunts, people not paying for shit. I pay for everything. So people trying to put in their opinions that didn't fucking want to contribute no money. Fuck out of here. Um, so it's just so much level. Me having to hold space for my mother's like ex boyfriends that I didn't like. Not having to do it, but being the only one that was connected to her through them. So they had to call me to find out information. And I had to sit on the phone and hear them crying. And nigga, you used to bully me when I was little. Or you used to beat my mama when I was little. The fuck? But they had already worked out their shit. So it wasn't my reason. Um, it just was a lot of shit. It just was a lot of shit that I didn't expect. Um, my mother died from a drug overdose. Because as y'all know, we've been dealing with addiction with her since for 30 years. Um, on top of it, we think it was my cousin who actually sold it to her. So it's so many things. And then my transphobic brother, I have a middle brother that he's been on the show, but a younger brother that y'all know about that I've talked about, but I have a, um, a middle brother that's transphobic that I haven't talked to in 10 years, having to deal with him in the death of my mother, of us three having to come together and deal with that. This has been an ordeal. That's why I had to take a break from the internet and from doing, like lives and doing March's Play. It has been, but good news. If you listen to my um, Love Beneath series, I rekindled with Eric over me being in my hometown. I did rekindle with Eric. And I think I'll talk about that. Not now, but later. Um, if you haven't watched it, I have a series called The Love Beneath. Check it out. It's not too long. But yeah, I'll talk about that on another time. But yes, it has been an ordeal. Thanks, everybody. Oh, thank you. McCory, will you be on Queen Supreme Court? Um, that is not my show. If I get invited, yes. That is T.S. Madison. She said she would, but I'm not a celebrity. So I don't know. Maybe you gotta hit her up. Tell her, hey, we want to get Diamond on there. Gotta tell her. Hit her up on Twitter. Ask her when I'm gonna be on there. Um, yeah, but I don't control that. I would be on there if she wants me to be on there. Um, thank you, Brandon. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, thank you, Jay. Um, yeah. So I will see y'all next Friday. Yeah. See y'all next Friday. We good.